Marie McClay and Aden Lowry, and since you two are the only ones out here, I assume that you two are Marie and Aden, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir. Marie, where are you from?
Now, I was born in a very beautiful valley called Baguio in the Philippines.
Well, how'd you get a name like McClay? I don't understand.
That's my husband's name.
He's got a Scotch name, huh?
Well,
What did you do before you got married?
I came here to school. I went to the University of California, and I went to Columbia University. And I traveled a great deal. I was in Paris and Europe, and I was a fashion model in Paris.
You're a very attractive girl, Marie, and I wouldn't
Thank
embarrass
you
you for the world, but did you know that you've got a rip in your skirt?
It's supposed to be like this.
You should have had that sewn before you came out.
Well,
here,
it's the Oriental style. It's supposed to be like that.
Oh, it's supposed to be like that? Well, is it just on this side?
No, both sides.
Where? Well, let's see the other side. Oh, gosh. So what is the purpose of ripping your skirt? Is that to madden the male
Oh, no,
contingent?
because, well, it's so narrow, the dress, and without the slit, I won't be able to... Thank you. Thank you. Isn't that wonderful? Thank you.
Why is your skirt torn like that? It's maddening, but why is it?
Well, you see, it's very narrow, this dress. And then, you know, if I don't have the slit, I won't be able to walk. It gives me freedom of movement. It's so narrow.
Let's see you walk up and down there.
Well, with this, I can walk.
Yeah. Got pretty eyes, hasn't she, huh? Now, you're Aden Lowry, huh? Where are you from?
From Sedan, Kansas.
Sedan, Kansas?
Yes, sir.
What kind of a place is Sedan?
Oh, it's a best big little town in the state of Kansas.
What kind of work do you do in Sedan?
Interior decorator.
Are you married?
Yes.
How long have you been married?
Oh, I've been married for 33 years.
To the same woman?
Yes, sir, to the same woman.
Well, what do you do in Sedan when you're not decorating interiors?
Along the musical line, I play the violin and mandolin and the tambourine.
Tambourine? You regard that as a musical instrument?
Why, yes, I do. That's
what do you do, pass it around and ask people to drop in money?
No, I play it with the modern-day music.
You do?
Yeah.
Have you got one on you?
Well, there's one right back here.
There is?
Yeah.
You want to go back and get it?
Yes, I'll go right back and get it.
If you find it, don't come back, huh? You know, we've had everything else in this show. I think tonight we're going to strike rock bottom. Do you need any music with that?
Yes, I would like to have the orchestra to play...
You want music, or do you want the orchestra?
The Robert E. Lee, the orchestra.
You want them to play the Robert E. Lee?
Yes.
Listen, I was with Robert E. Lee, you know, all during that campaign. Well, have you played this any place before, like Hollywood Bowl or Carnegie Hall or in front of a department store on Christmas?
Oh, I played it at different benefits, such as the Shriners and the Kiwanis.
Knights of Pythias?
And just anything that comes up.
You boys familiar with that Confederate song?
Yeah, we can play it.
Huh?
Yeah, we can play it.
That was, was very good. I enjoyed that very much. You know, there's a lot of music in that thing. George Fenneman, where are you? You can come out now, George. It's over. Georgie! Did you take that tambourine away from Mr. Aden before he plays it again? And pass it around the audience. See if you can get some money together. Well, you're a nice couple, and I do hope you'll get married real soon. It's been a real ear-splitting experience talking to you two. To you, I mean. Now, let's see how much money you can earn in the quiz. George, come out again and bring out the questions, huh? And come out smiling.
Oh, dear.
You selected cities and small towns of the United States, right?
Yes, that's right.
All right.
These are the easiest, and they get progressively harder.
Which one do you want?
Go on, Marie, you pick one place. You're a woman.
Starting with, no,
Pretty good, huh? That's a good idea if you can get away with it.
The answers are wrong.
Sorry.
For $200, in what state are Fort Collins, Trinidad, and Grand Junction?
Colorado.
Colorado is right.
And you have $200.
Yes, no.
200?
Yes.
Isn't she cute?
He certainly is.
Thank you.
In what state are Florence, Sumter, and York? Florence, Sumter, and York. They're all in the same state.
York, Pennsylvania, is that?
No, there is a York in Pennsylvania, but that is not the state.
Florence.
It's Florence, Sumter, and York. And, well, I'm sorry, the time is up. It's South Carolina.
Oh, dear.
How much have they got so far?
Now they have $200 and 2 more chances to make
come
a
on.
total of 5.
Don't give up.
I'll take
Don't give
another
up.
2. Yeah.
I'm scared now.
For $200, in what state are Goshen, Bloomington, and Lafayette?
Indiana.
Indiana is right. You have $400.
They certainly do. And this is your last question.
Oh, give me...
Which one do you want?
The easiest
That's
one.
right.
One, the easiest one.
I think you're doing very well.
You praying now in the Oriental language?
Yes, I am.
For $100, in what state are Hamilton, Springfield, and Warren? Hamilton, Springfield, Warren. W-A-R-R-E-N, Warren.
See, it has to be
Hamilton, Springfield,
Illinois.
Warren.
Illinois.
You don't know, guess.
Illinois or
in New England over there.
or Missouri. Let's see, Illinois or Missouri. I just know.
Oh,
Read it.
Ohio.
I played Hamilton, Springfield, and Warren. I played all 3 of those cities many years ago, and they're all in Ohio. See, you have to be in small-time vaudeville in order to be familiar with these towns. At any rate, you won $400. Did they win the secret word? Did you get the secret?
Yes.
Well, that's $500, so you each got $250. That's not too bad.
That's very good.
At least you're leaving here with more than you came with, I think. And thanks for being with us.
Thank you.
And you're real cute, and I'm leaving for Shanghai in the morning.
Thank you. Bye.
Goodbye.
Groucho, Mr. Thomas Cronin is waiting to meet you, and his partner is Ann Zebell, who is our Mrs. Housing Development contestant from Arizona. So vote you in, please, and meet Groucho Marx.
Welcome to the Groucho Show. Welcome to the Groucho Show. Say the secret word and you'll divide an extra $100. Thomas Cronin and Ann Zebell. Well, you're a charming, average American couple. Glad to have you here. Mr. Cronin, what is behind that unusual outfit you're wearing? Or do you always wear striped pants and a head waiter's jacket?
These are not pants, they're trousers.
Oh, I beg your pardon. Well, Mr. Cronin, I don't want to be rude, but what is your racket?
I'm a butler.
Oh, a butler. Huh? I think I've seen you before. Didn't you formerly butler for Princess Margaret and those 3 fellows she married, Anthony, Armstrong, and Jones?
Yes, that's correct.
Oh, was that you? Well, maybe it's You're quite a well-known character. I read a lot about you in the last year or so. How long did you butler for the Joneses?
25 days.
25 days. You could scarcely be called an old family retainer.
That's true.
Why'd you leave? Didn't you like the neighborhood,
I just
or did
resigned.
they give you the old heave-ho?
I just resigned.
Oh. Well, I won't go into the details of your service with the princess and her husband. Let's just say that your boss was a photographer, is that right?
That's right.
And things didn't develop.
That's true.
And obviously it wouldn't be ethical for you to discuss the inside story, would it?
That's true.
Now then, what happened?
Well, one doesn't discuss that in public.
Cronin, turn in your striped pants, you're through. By the way, do you know what they call the place where a butler hangs his striped pants?
You mean trousers?
Well, why do they call it the butler's pantry? Did you care for that little witticism?
Yes.
You like that? Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I'll get back to you, Mr. Butler, so don't go away. When I want you, I'll ring for you, huh? You're Joanne Zebell, huh?
Zebell.
Zebell, huh? Joanne Fenneman says you're the Mrs. Housing Development girl from Arizona.
That's right.
Now, which part?
Scottsdale, Arizona.
Scottsdale?
It's the Palm Springs of Arizona, and it's about 15 miles from Phoenix, Arizona. And it's the most western town.
Well, you mean it's on the, what is the border of the...
No, the buildings and everything have to be kept western.
Oh, how long have you been married?
10 years.
10 years?
Yes.
Do you have any
Quite over.
children?
3.
3 children? Well, you're a very good advertisement for a marriage.
Thank you.
What does your husband do for a living?
He's a plumber.
Well, he said he knows how to pick good pipes. And... Mr. Cronin, do you understand that joke?
No, not really.
Well, you see, in America, sometimes we call those pipes.
In England, we call them limbs.
Your limbs are no good in America because there wouldn't be any joke if I said her husband is a plumber who knows how to pick good limbs. How would you tell that joke
Well,
in England?
he certainly wouldn't be a plumber. He would be a tree surgeon.
How did you get into the butling business, Mr. Cronin?
Well, I started as a houseboy in a place called
houseboy?
Biggleswade. Yes,
Where?
Biggleswade.
Biggleswade. Is that near Worcestershire?
No, it's the Bedfordshire. Then I went as a steward room boy, and then footman, and then valet, and then under butler, and then butler.
Well, getting back to Princess Margaret's household for a moment, could you give us a typical day in the life of her butler?
It would start at 8 o'clock in the morning with early morning tea.
She's up at 8 o'clock?
No, in bed. And then breakfast goes up. And
what does she have for breakfast?
Well, it could be a kipper.
A kipper?
For him, and...
You think they have it so classy. Here's the royal family. They're sitting in bed eating herring. That's actually what it's reduced to. You know, we all envy them. You say, oh, what a life they must lead. They got a... Did you ever smell a kipper? It smells even worse than a herring. You know. It smells like an old shoe. What happens after the kipper? That's a catastrophe.
Then there's 11 o'clock tea.
You mean she's able to eat again after this?
Oh,
in 2
yes.
hours?
Then lunch at 12:15. Then tea at 4.
Now, wait a minute. She's had tea at 8. She's had a kipper at 9. She's had breakfast at 11:30, and she's having lunch at 12:30. Does she run around the castle a few times to get up an appetite?
Must do.
Well, how does she get so... How can she eat every hour?
They eat very small.
They eat very small, huh?
Very small portion.
So they can eat again in an hour, huh?
That's right.
Wouldn't they rather eat one big meal and then be able to do something else all day? Maybe they could go out, you know, and play 9 holes of golf or go to the racetrack or something?
Yes, that's true.
Now, it's 12:30, and then after that, what happens? They have a kipper around 1, I suppose, huh?
1 o'clock they have a lunch.
1 o'clock they have lunch?
And then tea at 4 o'clock.
Tea at 4 o'clock. Well, they must be starving between 2 and 4. Don't they have any cheese and crackers in bed or anything between 2 and 4? No wonder King Edward VII quit. I don't blame him. He just wanted to get out of bed, that's all. Now at 5, they have what?
High tea.
High tea, huh?
Something hot.
Something hot, like roast beef?
No. Welsh rabbit.
Welsh rabbit, huh? Well, that's a whole meal in itself, too. When do they have dinner?
Around 8:30.
8:30. Well, that's a slab of roast beef, huh? And
That's the good
Yorkshire pudding?
That's the final.
That's the final. And then they don't have anything before they go to bed?
Oh, yes.
Not even a stomach pump?
They have no, they have the grog tray.
They have what?
A grog tray.
A grog tray. When they called that a tight little aisle, they knew what they were talking about. By the way, is that outfit you're wearing, is that the standard uniform of the butler? Or are you breaking it in for a department store window?
No, I'm not doing that. It is the semi-morning butler's uniform.
Semi-morning? Did somebody die, you mean?
No. You wear this up.
Somebody's half dead, so you wear semi-morning. Apparently, the proper dress is the hallmark of a gentleman. Is that right, Mr. Cronin? What's your candid, hasty appraisal of my outfit?
Well, a gentleman doesn't wear a spotted tie, bow tie in the evening.
Well, the gentleman would if it was the only tie the gentleman happens to have. Well, continue. What else am I doing wrong? That is
Well, do you
plaguing?
wear braces?
Do I wear? No, but my teeth are pretty straight. I'm crooked, but my teeth are like pearls. Does a gentleman wear braces?
Yes, to keep his trousers up.
Oh, you mean those kind of braces?
Yes.
Well, don't you... We call them suspenders.
No, they keep your socks up.
You want me to wear suspenders to hold up my socks? I didn't think they made suspenders that long. Well, you're a charming couple, and I hope you get married one of these days. I've enjoyed our little chat, Mr. Butler, is that the name?
Cronin.
Cronin. By the way, what are you doing in this country?
Well,
Besides criticizing my outfits.
Well, I'm going to work in Florida for Mr. Roy McAndrews, the president of the Dania High Palace.
Oh, well, that's a pretty cushy job, huh? Well, good luck in your new job and your new home in America, and I hope you're going to stay here.
I do hope so,
because you're a welcome asset to our country. You're a nice man and a bright one, and you're a credit and a good advertisement for jolly old England.
Thank you.
And anything I've said here tonight, of course, you realize was said, I meant every word of it. George, would you bring out the questions? What category did they select?
Food and cooking, right?
Now, you can pick your own, you use your own judgment here in how you get the 500.
So you're the cook?
No, I'm the cook, you're the butler.
I wouldn't care if you couldn't make a fried egg.
Well, I can't.
For $100, what are scallions? You talk it over, you know, you're partners. Scallions, S-C-A-L-L-I-O-N-S.
I do.
Don't you know, Gene? What, the little green onions? You know those long things.
Well, you have 3 more chances to make a total of $500.
Well, should we try one for 2?
Up to you.
Start with a 2 here.
What kind of meat is Wiener Schnitzel? Fine question to ask an English butler. What kind of meat is Wiener Schnitzel? Ann Zebell. Get on the ball here. You read it.
I haven't got my
Veal
glasses.
cutlet.
Veal cutlet is a Wiener Schnitzel in every restaurant that's on the menu. Well,
A 2.
let's hope you're lucky at it. For $200, what is the English bread-like pudding served with roast beef?
Yorkshire pudding.
Yorkshire pudding is right.
You have 1 more chance to make a total of 500. You already have 200, and 300 makes 500.
And baby makes 2.
And
No, baby makes 3. Huh?
yes.
For $300, how many cups of butter to a pound? If you don't know, guess. How many cups of butter to a pound?
I should say 2, 16 ounces.
2 is right. Don't go any further.
And you wind up with $500. So you'll be back later on to try for $2,000, $5,000, or $10,000.
I'm glad he's the cook.
Congratulations. We'll see you later. And Joanne, when you come back to the crack of the wheel, have your bathing suit on.
Now, Groucho, here's Thomas Cronin, who with his partner, Ann Zebell, earned $500 in the quiz. They're all set to try for the big question, but first, for the benefit of the judges in our beauty contest, here's Ann Zebell as Mrs. Housing Development of Arizona.
Who cares if she can cook? Well, Joanne, good luck in our contest, and perhaps you'll be the one who wins the title of Mrs. Housing Development of the United States. Whoever it is gets another trip back to Hollywood along with her husband and wins the grand prize. Now, let's see if you can win some money here. Now, you pick a number for $10,000, and we'll slap it up there.
7.
7, and
5.
Joanne?
5.
5, put a 5 up. Now, one of you spin the wheel, and if any other number comes up but these two, then you're going for a total of $2,000 on the big question. Mr. Butler, spin the wheel. Mr. Cronin. What's all this nonsense about the luck of the Irish? The luck of the English is what it is. Well, you've got a good chance. Now, you're going for $10,000. Now, put on your thinking cap. And no help from the audience, so we'll have to throw Mr. Cronin back to Princess Margaret. You ready? Here it is, for $10,000. The late Kaiser Wilhelm was the last of a royal dynasty that had been ruling Germany for hundreds of years. For $10,000, what was the family name of Kaiser Wilhelm? Talk it over. The Kaiser. Do you know?
The Kaiser, that's all I know.
Last name, family name, well, it's Hohenzollern. Hohenzollern. Well, that'll teach you to study more German history. I'm sorry you missed it, but you wound up with a total of $600. That's $300 apiece. Congratulations. It was nice meeting you, Mr. Cronin. And it was lovely seeing you, Joanne. Good night.